After 70, your muscles fade at 3% every single year. That's not just a statistic on a page, that's your ability to stand up from a chair without using your arms. That's your grip strength weakening until you can't open a jar. That's your legs growing unsteady until stairs become mountains. But what if I told you that these tiny seeds could reverse that decline? One of these seeds delivers protein absorption 21 times better than eggs. And the number one seed, it comes from Japan. And what it does will shock you. It doesn't just slow muscle loss, it actively rebuilds what you thought was gone forever. Seed number 1 boosts protein absorption by 50%. Seed number 3 rebuilds muscle tissue while you sleep when your body's natural growth hormone is at its peak. And seed number 6, it's been used by Olympic athletes for decades to recover faster and build strength longer. But doctors never told you about it because there's no prescription to write, no profit to be made. In the next 13 minutes, you'll discover 6 seeds that can rebuild your strength, protect your independence, and add years of vitality to your life. These aren't supplements in a bottle. They're whole foods that have been used for thousands of years, and the science behind them will astound you. Let's begin. Seed number 1, hemp seeds. Seed number 1, hemp seeds. And here's why they're revolutionary for aging muscle. After 70, your body struggles to absorb protein. This isn't your fault. Your stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, your digestive enzymes decline, your intestinal lining becomes less permeable. You could eat a perfect steak, the finest chicken breast, the most expensive protein powder, but your muscles might only capture 40% of its power. The rest passes through wasted. Hemp seeds change everything. Hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids in a form called edestine, a protein so digestible your aging gut absorbs it 50% more efficiently than animal protein. Think about that. While your neighbor is choking down chalky protein shakes or forcing themselves to eat more meat than they want, you're sprinkling a few tablespoons of hemp seeds on your morning meal and getting better results. A study from the University of Manitoba found that adults over 70 who consume just 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds daily showed measurable muscle density improvements in 8 weeks. Not 6 months, not a year, 8 weeks. The researchers used DEXA scans, the gold standard for measuring body composition, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. Muscle tissue that had been slowly disappearing was coming back. But here's where hemp seeds become extraordinary. They contain the perfect 3.1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, the exact balance that stops muscle inflammation. Now, you've probably heard about inflammation being bad, but do you understand what it's actually doing to your muscles? When inflammation attacks your muscles, it triggers a process called protein breakdown. Your body literally starts dismantling your muscle tissue, breaking it down into amino acids to deal with the inflammatory crisis. It's like your body is burning your furniture to stay warm. Hemp seeds don't just feed your muscles, they protect them from internal destruction. They create an anti-inflammatory environment where muscle growth can actually happen. And there's something else. Hemp seeds contain gamma-linolenic acid, a rare omega-6 fatty acid that most people have never heard of. This compound has been shown to improve the signaling between your nerves and muscles. As we age, that connection weakens. Your brain sends the signal to move, but your muscles respond more slowly. GLA helps restore that communication pathway. Add 3 tablespoons to your morning yogurt or smoothie. The nutty flavor disappears, but the muscle-building power doesn't. Some people sprinkle them on salads, others stir them into oatmeal. However you take them, your body will know exactly what to do with them. Seed number 2, pumpkin seeds. Seed number 2, pumpkin seeds. The magnesium miracle your muscles are starving for. Here's a crisis hiding in plain sight. 68% of adults over 70 are magnesium deficient. And magnesium controls over 300 muscle-building reactions in your body. 300. Every time your muscle contracts, magnesium is there. Every time it relaxes, magnesium is there. Every time your body tries to synthesize new muscle protein, magnesium is the master switch. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't contract properly. They can't relax. They can't rebuild after exercise. You get cramps in the middle of the night. Your legs feel restless. You have that feeling of weakness that you can't quite explain. Pumpkin seeds contain 150 milligrams per ounce, half your daily need in one handful. But magnesium does something even more powerful. It activates vitamin D in your body, and vitamin D is the master regulator of muscle protein synthesis. Here's what most people don't know. You can take all the vitamin D supplements in the world, but without adequate magnesium, your body can't convert that vitamin D into its active form. It just sits there, useless. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults with optimal magnesium and vitamin D levels maintained 40% more leg strength over 5 years compared to those deficient. Think about what that means. That's the difference between walking confidently and shuffling carefully. That's the difference between hiking with your grandchildren and watching from the bench. The researchers followed over 400 participants, and the results were stunning. The people with adequate magnesium didn't just maintain their strength. Some of them actually got stronger in their 70s and 80s. That's supposed to be impossible, but there it was in black and white in a peer-reviewed journal. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, which converts to serotonin and then melatonin. Better sleep means better muscle recovery. This is critical because muscle growth doesn't happen in the gym or during your morning walk. It happens while you sleep, during deep sleep phases when growth hormone surges through your system. People over 70 often struggle with sleep. They wake up multiple times. They never feel fully rested. The tryptophan in pumpkin seeds helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle naturally without the grogginess of sleeping pills. Eat a 4-cup 2 hours before bed. Your sleep will deepen, and while you're dreaming, your muscles will be rebuilding themselves cell by cell. Here's another benefit nobody talks about. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with zinc. Zinc is essential for testosterone production in men and proper hormone balance in women. After 70, zinc deficiency becomes common, and it's one of the hidden reasons why muscle mass drops so dramatically. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds gives you 20% of your daily zinc requirement. Seed number 3, chia seeds. Seed number 3, chia seeds. The ancient warrior fuel that builds muscle while you rest. The Aztec warriors used to eat chia seeds before going into battle. They called them running food because they provided sustained energy for hours. Now we understand why. When chia seeds hit liquid, they form a gel that slows digestion. This means amino acids release into your bloodstream for up to 9 hours, feeding your muscles throughout the night when growth hormone peaks. Most protein sources hit your system fast and leave fast. You eat eggs for breakfast, and within 2 hours, the amino acids are mostly processed and gone. But chia seeds are different. They're like a time-release formula, continuously dripping muscle-building nutrients into your bloodstream while you sleep, while you work, while you live your life. A tablespoon of chia contains 2 g of protein, 5 g of fiber, and more calcium than a glass of milk. That calcium is essential for muscle contraction. When your brain tells your muscle to move, calcium floods into the muscle cells and triggers the contraction. Without adequate calcium, your muscles literally cannot function. But here's what makes chia seeds truly special for people over 70. Chia seeds absorb 12 times their weight in water. 12 times. As we age, our cells lose the ability to retain moisture. This is why older skin looks drier. It's why joints feel stiffer, and it's why muscles become weaker. Dehydrated muscles are weak muscles. By holding water in your digestive system, chia seeds create a sustained hydration effect. They slowly release that water into your bloodstream, keeping your cells plump and functional. It's like having an internal hydration system that works all day long. There's also evidence that chia seeds help stabilize blood sugar. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, it triggers cortisol release. Cortisol is a stress hormone that actively breaks down muscle tissue. By keeping your blood sugar stable, chia seeds protect your muscles from cortisol-induced breakdown. Mix 2 tablespoons in water before your morning walk. Your muscles will thank you. Some people make chia pudding by mixing chia seeds with almond milk and letting it sit overnight. Others add them to smoothies. The seeds are tasteless. so they blend into anything, but their effects on your muscle tissue are undeniable. One study from the University of Alabama tracked older adults who added chia seeds to their diet. After 12 weeks, they showed improved exercise endurance and faster recovery times. They could walk farther without getting tired. They could climb more stairs without stopping. And when researchers measured their muscle quality using ultrasound, they found that muscle fiber density had increased. Seed number 4, flax seeds. Seed number 4, flax seeds. The hormone harmonizer that stops age-related muscle loss at its source. Flax seeds contain 800 times more ligands than any other food. 800 times. Ligands are plant compounds that balance hormones. And after 70, hormone imbalance is the hidden thief stealing your muscle. Most people think hormone problems are just about hot flashes or low energy. But hormones control whether your body builds muscle or breaks it down. For men, lignans help maintain free testosterone. Not total testosterone, but free testosterone, the form that's actually available to your cells. As men age, a protein called sex hormone binding globulin increases and binds up testosterone, making it unavailable. Ligands help reduce this binding, keeping more testosterone in its free, usable form. For women, they reduce harmful estrogen metabolites that trigger muscle wasting. Estrogen gets broken down in your liver into different forms. Some of these forms are protective, others are harmful and inflammatory. Ligands shift the balance toward the protective forms, creating a hormonal environment where muscle can thrive. Either way, your muscles get the hormonal environment they need to grow. It's not about taking hormones from outside. It's about optimizing the hormones your body is already producing. Flax seeds are the richest plant source of alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 that's been shown to reduce muscle-damaging inflammation by 30% in older adults. A study from the University of Toronto found that older adults who consumed 2 tablespoons of ground flax daily for 3 months showed significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers in their blood. C-reactive protein dropped, interleukin-6 dropped. These are the molecules that aid your body and destroy your muscle. But here's the trick, and this is critical. You must grind them. Whole flax seeds pass through undigested. Their shells are too hard for your digestive system to break down. They'll go in whole and come out whole, and you'll get zero benefit. Grind them fresh in a coffee grinder and add 2 tablespoons to your oatmeal. Your body will absorb every muscle-building molecule. The other thing about flax is that it contains soluble fiber that feeds your gut bacteria. Your gut bacteria produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids that have been shown to preserve muscle mass during aging. And there's a communication pathway between your gut and your muscles that scientists are just beginning to understand. When your gut bacteria are healthy and well-fed, they send signals that help preserve your muscle tissue. Store your ground flax in the refrigerator. The omega-3 oils can go rancid if left at room temperature. Some people grind a week's worth at a time and keep it in an airtight container in the fridge. Others grind fresh every morning. Either way works as long as you're grinding them. Seed number 5, sesame seeds. Seed number 5, sesame seeds. The bone-muscle connection that's 21 times more powerful than eggs. Most people think calcium is just for bones, but your muscles need calcium to contract. Without it, they literally cannot fire. Here's how it works. When your brain sends a signal down your nerve to your muscle, that signal triggers calcium to flood into the muscle cells. The calcium binds to proteins inside the muscle fiber and causes it to shorten. That's a contraction. When the calcium gets pumped back out, the muscle relaxes. 1 cup of sesame seeds contains 1,000 milliliters of calcium, your entire daily requirement. But here's the revelation. Sesame calcium is bound to compounds called phytates that actually enhance mineral absorption. Now, you may have heard that phytates are anti-nutrients that block absorption. That's partially true for some minerals, but not for calcium in sesame seeds. Research from TUS University found that the calcium from sesame seeds is absorbed 21 times more efficiently than calcium from eggs or dairy. 21 times. The researchers were testing different calcium sources in postmenopausal women, a group known to have poor calcium absorption. They gave one group dairy, one group egg-based calcium, and one group sesame seeds. Then they measured blood calcium levels and bone density markers. The sesame group showed dramatically higher absorption. For aging muscles starved of minerals, this is transformative. You're not just getting calcium, you're getting calcium that your body can actually use. Black sesame seeds are even more powerful. They contain higher concentrations of sesame, a compound that research shows increases muscle mitochondria, the energy factories that power every movement you make. Your muscles are full of mitochondria. These tiny organelles turn nutrients into ATP, the energy currency your cells use. As we age, mitochondria become damaged and less efficient. Sesame helps protect existing mitochondria and may even stimulate the growth of new ones. A Japanese study, and this is fascinating, followed elderly adults who consumed black sesame seeds daily. After 6 months, muscle biopsies showed an increase in mitochondrial density. These people's muscles were literally becoming younger at the cellular level. Yeah, they had more energy, they recovered faster from activity, and their muscle strength measurements improved. Toast them lightly and sprinkle on everything. Salads, soups, stir fries, 2 tablespoons daily. When you toast sesame seeds, it releases their aromatic oils and makes them easier to digest. Just put them in a dry pan over medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes until they become fragrant. Don't burn them. You'll smell when they're ready. Tahini, which is ground sesame seed butter, is another excellent option. A tablespoon of tahini on your toast in the morning gives you all the benefits in an easily digestible form. Some people mix tahini into their salad dressings, others spread it on apple slices. The possibilities are endless. Seed number 6, Sacha Inchi seeds. Seed number 6, Sacha Inchi, the Peruvian secret that Olympic athletes have been using for decades and your doctor never mentioned. Sacha Inchi grows in the Amazon rainforest, where it's been used by indigenous people for over 3,000 years. The Incas called it the Inca peanut and considered it a gift from the gods. Now we know why Sacha Inchi seeds are 60% protein by weight, higher than any other seed on earth. And like hemp, they contain all 9 essential amino acids in perfect ratios. But what makes Sacha Inchi extraordinary is its leucine content. Leucine is the anabolic trigger, the amino acid that signals your muscles to start building. After 70, you need 3 times more leucine per meal to activate muscle protein synthesis. This is called anabolic resistance. Your muscles become resistant to the normal signals that tell them to grow. Young people can eat 20 grams of protein and trigger muscle growth. After 70, you might need 35 or 40 green, and even then the response is blunted, unless you have enough leucine. Leucine is like the key that unlocks the door. It activates a protein called MTR in your muscle cells, which then triggers the entire muscle building cascade. Sacha Inchi contains 2.9 grams of leucine per ounce, more than any other plant food. To get the same amount from chicken breast, you need to eat almost 4. From eggs, you need 6 eggs. But from Sacha Inchi, just 1 ounce gives you the leucine you need. South American Olympic teams have used Sacha Inchi for rapid recovery since the 1990s. They discovered that athletes who consumed Sacha Inchi before and after training had less muscle soreness and faster strength gains. A study in the Journal of Sport Nutrition found it reduced post-exercise muscle damage markers by 42% in aging athletes. The researchers measured something called creatine kinase, an enzyme that leaks out of damaged muscle cells. High creatine kinase means your muscles are breaking down faster than they're rebuilding. Athletes who consumed Sacha Inchi showed dramatically lower creatine kinase levels, indicating that their muscles were protected during intense training. Sacha Inchi also contains more omega-3s than flax. Up to 48% of its oil is alpha-linolenic acid. This dual power complete protein plus anti-inflammatory omega-3s makes it the ultimate muscle rebuilding seed. You're getting the building blocks your muscles need, plus the anti-inflammatory protection that keeps those muscles from breaking down. You can find roasted sacha inchi seeds online or in health stores. Eat them as a snack. 1 ounce gives you 10 grams of muscle-building protein. They have a nutty, slightly earthy flavor that most people find pleasant. Some companies make sacha ini protein powder, which can be added to smoothies. Others sell the oil, which can be drizzled on salads. The oil is particularly interesting because it's been shown to improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamins A, D, E, and K all need fat to be absorbed properly. When you consume sacha inchi oil with your vegetables, you dramatically increase how much nutrition you're actually getting from your food. 6 seeds, 6 pathways to rebuilding the strength you thought was gone forever. Hemp for absorption, ensuring that every gram of protein you eat actually reaches your muscles. Pumpkin for magnesium, the master mineral that controls 300 muscle-building reactions and activates your vitamin D. Chia for sustained release, feeding your muscles with amino acids for 9 hours straight while you sleep and recover. Flax for hormones, balancing the testosterone and estrogen that determine whether your body builds muscle or breaks it down. Sesame for calcium, giving your muscles the mineral they need to contract with 21 times better absorption than eggs. Sacha inchi for complete protein, the leucine-rich superfood that Olympic athletes use to recover faster and build strength longer. Imagine 6 months from now you're lifting your grandchild without hesitation, without that moment of fear that you might drop them. Climbing stairs without holding the railing, without stopping halfway to catch your breath, walking a mile without stopping to rest, feeling strong and confident in your body again. Imagine standing up from a chair smoothly without using your arms to push yourself up. Imagine carrying your own groceries without needing help. Imagine having the strength and stamina to travel, to garden, to dance, to live the life you want, rather than the life your weak muscles are forcing you to accept. These seeds won't just preserve your muscle, they'll help you reclaim your independence, your confidence, and your future. They'll give you back the body you remember, the strength you thought was gone, the vitality you believed was lost forever. Start with 1 seed this week. Maybe it's hemp seeds in your morning smoothie. Add another next week, perhaps pumpkin seeds as an afternoon snack. By the end of the month, you'll have created your own muscle-building formula, personalized to your tastes and your lifestyle. The beauty of these seeds is that they're not expensive. They're not prescription medications with dangerous side effects. They're whole foods that human beings have been eating for thousands of years. They're safe, they're natural, and they work. Your muscles are waiting. They're ready to grow. They're ready to get stronger. They just need the right nutrients, the right building blocks, the right environment. Feed them, nourish them, give them what they're asking for. If you found this valuable, share it with someone you love. Share it with your spouse, your siblings, your friends who are struggling with weakness and loss of independence. This information could change their life. And remember, it's never too late to grow stronger. I don't care if you're 70, 80, or 90. Your muscles still have the capacity to adapt, to grow, to rebuild. Science has proven this over and over again. The oldest person to ever build significant muscle mass was 96 years old. 96. If they can do it, so can you. Your future is not written. Your strength is not gone. Your best years are not behind you. They're ahead of you, waiting. All you need is the knowledge, the nutrition, and the commitment to take action.